Good morning and welcome to Teaching Tuesdays. I am Michael Moore and this is More for Life. So it's the transition time of the year. I always love these transitions going from winter to spring, spring to summer, summer to fall. Some of my favorite times, and also then fall to winter is always another time that we need to rethink, we need to reposition, we need to readjust our minds, our souls, everything that we're doing on a daily basis, correct? The clothing that we wear, how we eat, how we work out, things like that, okay? So what we're going to talk about right now, it is a transition time, even though if you're in Colorado, it's going to be 90 some degrees today. But tomorrow is going to be a balmy 79 degrees and rainy, and then after that it's going to be in the 60s. No, I'm not trying to take your job away, Chris Tomer from Channel 2, okay? But I do love the weather. So anyway, what we're talking about is transitioning your skincare into fall, into winter. What do we need to change and when do we need to change it? In my mind, at this point in time of the year, there's two things that we really need to look at. Number one, your cleansing, and number two, adding retinol into your routine. The number one thing about cleansers is a lot of times when it's a little bit more hot, it's a little bit more humid, you tend to be sweating, your pores are more open, the pores are getting clogged easier. What you need to think about is going into some more gel-based cleansers, things that are going to clean out the pores a little bit more. This time of the year, we want to put our heads right down into a cushy pillow with a beautiful blanket, and we're going to warm our skins up, and we're going to put a little bit more of that hydration onto our face. So what I like to do is I always like to transition, and I always believe that your morning cleanser is your exercise cleanser, your evening cleanser is your resting cleanser, or you're putting yourself to bed. So two of my favorite cleansers, as we talk about often, is the Pro Exfoliating Cleanser from Lyra Clinical, because it's lactic acid and salicylic acid, which is a great degreaser, but a lot of hydration as well. And another one of them is actually the peppermint salicylic cleanser from Truth Treatments, which is a great wake up kind of cleanser. And you do get that soothing York peppermint patty kind of feel, like the as they used to do. Yes, I'm old, and you guys will remember that commercial. I just know you will. Okay, but another one, if you're a person who is you've got really pretty normal skin, is just the enzyme cleanser by Lyra Clinical. This is great, and I recommend this to a lot of my clients. If you only want one cleanser, this is the cleanser you need, because it will remove your makeup, but it also has like those little Pac-Man in it that will actually eat away at the dirt and the debris that's sitting on the surface of your skin. So what I like to do, though, is I like to transition into an evening cleanser at this point in time of the year that is a little bit more hydrating, something like the Mystica cleanser. The Mystica cleanser, you can actually see right here, is more of a really creamy kind of cleanser. It's got a wonderful scent to it, which I love with the Mystica in it, but it also has some really great reparative things. So you're laying this layer onto the surface of your skin that will be there to keep the skin hydrated and soothing and all that kind of stuff as well. And another great one for that is actually the hyaluronic honey cleanser from from Truth Treatments, which is an amazing product for people because it does have the Colorado honey in it, and it's a really wonderful humectant for the surface of your skin with the hyaluronic acid in it, okay? So think about that. Once again, we're gonna hit this again. Pro Exfoliating or Enzyme Cleanser in the morning, Mystique Cleanser at nighttime. Peppermint salicylic cleanser in the morning, hyaluronic honey cleanser at nighttime, if you're looking at things like that. And you don't have to stay with inside the brands for these. You want to think about what you have to do and when you need to do it, right? So then the other thing is, let's add a little bit of retinol. And I always say this to people, but people always have to hear this. Retinols are always about running a race. So you have to run 1 mile before you can run 5 miles, before you can run 15 miles, before you can run 26.2 miles, which is a marathon. Okay, so when we're looking at retinols with Lyra Clinical, one of my favorite things, and I do this with almost every one of my clients, the anti-aging pads are unbelievable, and I call these the adult Stridex pads. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these, you're going to use them all over your face at once a week, and then for 2 weeks you're going to do that, and then after 2 weeks more you're going to do it again. And then what I like to do is every 2 weeks maybe add another, but I would really say maybe 2 to 3 nights a week with this is the most that you ever want to do with this. And what do retinols do for you? Retinols are going to turn over the cells, get rid of the debris on the surface of your skin, and what it's going to do is get the body to produce more collagen out there for you. So it's a great time to do it. Why do we do it in the fall and not the summer? Is because a lot of people don't tend to do the outdoor sports in the fall and winter, or the fall in Colorado. In the winter, we tend to be snow skiing a lot. So you want to do it in those transition times when you're not going to be outside as much, because it does make your skin much more sun sensitive, okay? And then after you do the anti-aging pads, for somebody who has never done retinol before, that's going to be enough for you. If you have done retinols before, add another retinol to the routine, so you're actually getting something that's going to turn over the cells as well. So we've got the retinol anti-aging pads, and then we've got the retinol plus treatment, which is a brand new product by Lyra Clinical. Love this product. And what it is, it's so simple, it's so soothing, it's so easy to put on. Smells great, but it feels great, and your skin wakes up and it feels supple, but it also feels like there's a regeneration to it as well. And then Lyra Clinical just came out with these brand new products, which is actually called the Resurfix. Resurfix is actually their new form of retinol. They've been having some issues with their gel retinols in the past, which I still love those and I use them, but for people who are a little bit more sensitive to them, they did come out with the 1% in the Resurfix or the 5% in the Resurfix. And they're also a little bit easier to travel because they're not in those big chunky jars any longer. So these are simple, these are easy to use. And what you want to do is use about 1 or 2 drops with these with a little bit of the biomimetic spray and take them all over the face, and you've got your retinol on. Now, the other thing that I always tell people to do is make sure that you're using all of your retinols on the neck in the décolleté area, and you're also taking it on the back of the neck. I always tell a story about one time, this is probably about 30 years ago, maybe 30 some years ago now. I was in the back seat of the car talking to my mom and dad who were in the front seat of the car, and I looked at my father's neck and like, that looks like a road map on the back of his neck. And so now every single day when I put my moisturizers on and I put my retinols on and I put my sunscreen on, it goes on the back of my neck, because I did not want to have the roadmap of the United States on the back of Michael Moore's neck, okay? So anyway, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to give me a call if there's a question about anything at 303-484-1857 or michael@mooreforlife.com. And just remember, we still have our wonderful refresher special for the month of September. Can't remember what month it is. Getting old, people. For the month of September, and it's $80, normally $125. And if you can't come in the month of September, please call us or purchase it online, and you can use it at any other time in the fall season, okay? Hopefully we'll see you soon. michael@mooreforlife.com. Bye.